Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to another live commentary. This time, we're doing 1984 comedic sci-fi kind of horror-ish classic from that was remade that was not needed. Ghostbusters, yes, the original Ghostbusters from 1984. Look at that picture. You never recapture that. I'm seeing it also because Afterlife is coming out in November, and I want to see that. So let's see how Ghostbusters holds up. It will, guys. Let's face it. You know, it's one of the best comedies of the '80s, and this is the original. Hey, Eddie, what's up? I just started the podcast. This movie's about 90 minutes. Well, let me see. It's an hour and 47 minutes, but that's with the end credits. Let's start it. Yep, there's the Columbia logo. That music is very eerie. When I heard that as a kid, I was like, wow. Ooh. And no, Ghostbusters was never meant to be a kid's film because it's very dark for a movie, you know, like back in 84. There's some dark imagery that I would have been scared to death if I saw this when I was a baby because it came out in 1984. So there's the lion. Yeah. We got a lot to talk about. So yeah, let's talk about the Librarian Scene. They tried to do this in the remake, but it just doesn't work. And I'm not going to compare this to the remake all the way through because that movie failed not because it had women. It failed because it wasn't funny. I own the triple collection for all three Ghostbusters movies. I don't have the 2016 movie. I have it digitally, but I didn't buy it. It was given to me when I got Movies Anywhere. But I'll never own that movie physically. I hate that movie so much. It miscalculated. It says, oh, the nostalgia will be there for the original cast, and they're all cameos except for Harold Ramis because he passed away. To me, the real Ghostbusters 3 was the video game. See? No CGI. Hey, Spider-Man, what's up? I just started the podcast. I want to do it early because I want to take a nap later. It's gonna rain later, so. Yep, there's the logo. What are you gonna call? Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters. Let's be it. It don't look good. The remake. Afterlife, at least it looks different. You saw Big Ben burning hell. Plus, Bill Murray's dry delivery couldn't be copied from someone else. Square. Good guess. But wrong. I saw this in the theater 10 years ago, so I know what a classic it is. Because I wasn't born when the original came out. In 84, I was a fetus. I was being developed. I wasn't even alive yet. But then by the third one, by the time the second one came out, I was 4, so. Is it a star? It is a star. Think harder. Yeah, at least we have the original cast back for Afterlife. I just hope it's not glorified cameos for 2 minutes at the end. Hey, Jonathan Hillard. No, she's cheating. He's cheating.
What's this?
This one he recognizes and like, and it's like, this is just not your lucky day.
Couple wavy lines. Sorry, this isn't your lucky day. Get a little tired of this. You volunteered.
Yeah, this electrical shock is, they do this when you have a lie detector.
What are you trying to prove here anyway? I'm studying the effect of
Hey, Nicholas, and hey, Jay.
on ESP ability.
Effect. I'll tell you what the effect is. It's pissing me off.
Well, then maybe my theory is correct.
This movie is a classic. I could quote this movie for days. The reason that the remake failed is because it did not find its audience. It wasn't funny. It wasn't because the women aren't funny. It's because it's badly written. A badly written movie will not be funny. Not even unintentionally.
You're no fluke.
Yeah. There's I think the Marilyn Monroe. There's Dan Aykroyd, man. I'm glad we still have him. You must be doing the movie for a Halloween special, and Afterlife is coming out next month. Yeah, I'm doing the second one after Afterlife comes out because it's a New Year's movie. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. Maybe I'll just see the special features for that. I love the second one too, guys. I'm sorry.
1:40 p.m. at the main branch of the New York Public Library on 5th Avenue. 10 people.
And I love movies that take place in New York, but not everything is to be there. It put off shelves. It's or librarian, yeah.
I'm very excited. I'm very pleased. I want you to get right down. Check it out. And get back to me. No, get right back. No, here you're coming with us in this one. Spengler went down there. He took PKE valences, went right off the top of the scale. Very
The needle.
We're close on this one. I can feel it.
Boom.
Very close.
Yeah, this girl doesn't come back. She's just a cameo.
But I'd like to work with you some more. Perhaps you could come back this evening, say at
8 o'clock?
I was just going to say 8 o'clock. You are a legitimate phenomenon.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. Don't, Nicholas, because it's going to be a horrible day outside. The weather's going to be bad.
You guys have been running your ass off, meeting and greeting every schizo in the 5 rows that says he has a paranormal experience. What have you seen? Of course you forget, Peter. I was present at an undersea unexplained mass sponge migration.
The sponges migrated about 1.5 feet. Oh, Harold Ramis, I miss you, man. We all miss you. That's the thing. They try to copy the original. You have the black, comic relief. You have the nerd with the glasses, except it's not funny. Kate McKinnon being crazy, and then you have the low key character, and then the chubby one. Again, we've seen it already, guys. Stop trying to copy the original. The second movie at least had a different villain, and it had the slime. The River of Slime was a nod to the Blob remake. This film is a classic. You can't do better than a classic. When you try to be the same movie and you fail hard, sir. This movie didn't do that. Space Jam 2 didn't have, not every scene was a copy of the first film. It did its own thing, and it was crazy, and I appreciate that. It did not like try to be something that it wasn't. Are you menstruating now? Back off, man. I'm a scientist. Let's face it, Bill Murray always sounds like he's bored out of his mind. That's just his delivery, guys. Why are weirdos still wanting to review Cuties? I'm not going to see it. It's a perverted movie. What movie is worse, Ninja Turtles or Fembusters? Fembusters, because Ninja Turtles could have been good, but Michael Bay had to make it. He had to produce it and make it. Afterlife's going to be great. I know it. Yeah, because unlike the 16 movie, there's no agendas in the movie. You have kids, a mom, and a lot of respect for the original film. They have the ghost traps. They have the Ghostbusters car. They have the proton packs. They're gonna, but it doesn't look beat for beat the same movie. It's up in the country. They're doing something different. That's all I can ask for. Listen. You smell something? They got to stop trying to be the same movie because Star Wars failed because of that. You just did the same movies again, but worse. And you put Brits in there.
Raymond, look at this. Ectoplasmic residue.
Ectoplasmic residue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody blows their nose and blows it. Let's just analyze it. Tomorrow, here.
Oh,
Oh.
that's just hair gel or something.
This way.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh.
And that's the thing. Bill Murray did not need to be in the 2016 movie. They put him there because nostalgia, and he looks like he's bored out of his mind. And look at this picture I took.
This happened to you before?
Did you see it?
First time?
Wait, I don't think you guys can see it. That's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. See? People remember the original. They don't want to be reminded constantly that the original exists. I bought this movie on DVD back in the 2000s. Before, Blu-ray came out. Mm-hmm. Plus, these effects still hold up mostly, except for the dog at the end in the third act. There's some problems. Yeah, the librarian. I don't know how they did this. And there was no CGI back then. Come on, Francine. Yeah, it says the only likable character in the 2016 movie was Kristen Wiig. Now, if the team was consists of men and women, it would have been much better. Yeah, and Leslie Jones is funny. As a host on Supermarket Sweep, she's hilarious. It's not like because she's black that she had to be a stereotype. She could have been funny in that movie. Not slapping Melissa McCarthy. Come on, that wasn't funny.
Okay. The usual stuff isn't working. Okay. I have a plan. I know exactly what to do.
Get her! The original and the sequel was so disappointing. I wasn't disappointed because I saw that more when I was a kid.
I know. So exactly as I say. You ready? Ready? Get her!
Wow! And I remember those cameras back then. The ghost didn't have to barf in somebody's face. I know. It's disgusting. That wasn't scary or funny. It is going to be a apology for get her.
That was your whole plan. Get her. You were scientific. I just got overexcited. But wasn't it an incredible feat? I mean, we actually touched the etheric plane. You know what this would mean?
I don't know why I said that remix said they're not needed. They're not needed. You can do your own movie. Evolution was different. That's another movie I want to do a podcast for. Ivan Reitman wasn't trying to do it. It wasn't trying to make it Ghostbusters. Bill Murray was not in it. I'm always serious.
Again, I'm going to take back some of the things I said about you. You've earned it. Possibilities are limitless. Hey, Dean Yeager. I trust you're moving us to better quarters on campus. No, you are being moved.
It's going to retcon the 2016 movie. They're never going to reference those people again. Just like Mando was an apology for people that hated The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise. Oh, yeah.
This university will no longer continue any funding of any kind for your group's activities. The kids love us. Dr. Beckman, we believe that the purpose of science is to serve mankind. You, however, seem to regard science as some kind of garbage or hustle. Your theories are the worst kind of populace, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly questionable. You are
Or scientist.
I see. You have no place in this department or in this university.
Because it's
Race. Forget MIT or Stanford now. They wouldn't touch us with a 10-meter calculator. was so concerned about your reputation. Einstein did his best stuff when he was working as a
patent clerk.
You know how much
I'm tired of people claiming I'm not a true movie fan because it just shows people being biased.
You didn't have to produce anything. You've never been out of college. You don't know what it's like out there. I've worked
I know what it's like out there.
They expect results.
For whatever reason, Ray, call it fate, call it luck, call it karma. I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe that we were destined to get out of this dump,
For what purpose?
to go into business for ourselves. See, I know this movie like the back of my hand, guys. I don't have to be reminded of it. Stop trying to remake the original and do your own thing. If you're going to remake a movie, a classic or beloved films, do something different. Even if it doesn't always succeed, at least you can do it. Blade Runner 2049, that was different.
You're never gonna regret this, Ray. My parents left me that house. I was born there.
Does Ghostbusters need to be a cinematic universe? No. They tried that with the last movie and it failed.
Ray, for your information, the interest rate alone for the first 5 years comes to $95,000. You guys relax. We are on the threshold of establishing the indispensable defense science of the next decade. Professional
Paranormal investigators and eliminators.
The franchise rights alone.
Yes, sir. Franchise. And this movie doesn't waste time. It doesn't have 5-minute scenes of a fart joke or a freaking, I wrecked my pants. No, it's none of that. This film never needed any toilet humor. This is stupid. It's not funny. It wasn't funny in Shrek, and that was like 20 years ago. Wow. Wow. This place is great. What can we move in? You gotta try this bowl. Yeah. Yeah. Love this movie so much. See?
We should stay here tonight. Sleep here. To try it out.
Yeah, try it out. He's cute. I think a Canadian accent's cute. It's not annoying, guys. A British accent, that kills me. Why was there a Brit in the remake? Because Charles Dance always plays an asshole. Good matte painting. That looks good, but some of the matte paintings look, you could tell that they're in the background. There's the dog. I love the way the film looks, though. Except for, there's a matte painting near the end that looks kind of like, it looks like a painting on the wall. Dune had that same problem, the 1984 version. Exactly, Jonathan. Who are you going to call? Not those, no, not the Fembusters. It didn't work. Huh? Dana's a woman, and see, great introduction to Sigourney Weaver, and she was not a feminist. She didn't shit on men like the way they do in the other last one. There's Rick Moranis, man. I miss him.
Oh, are you sick? Oh, no, I'm fine. I feel great. Just ordered some more vitamins and stuff. I was just exercising. I taped 20-minute workout on my machine and played it back at high speed, so it only took 10 minutes. I got a great workout. Yeah, you want to come in for a mineral water? Oh, I'd really like to.
I love her curly hair. It looks adorable.
No sweat.
Why is James Cameron wasting her in Avatar sequels? I don't know why.
Listen, that reminds me, I'm having a big party for all my clients. My 4th anniversary as an accountant, and even though you do your own tax return, which you shouldn't do, I'd like you to stop by, being that you're my neighbor and all.
Thank you, Luke. I'll really try to stop by.
Listen, that reminds me, you shouldn't leave your TV on so loud when you go out. Peep down the hall, phone the manager.
That's strange. I didn't realize I left it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know what I did?
Bill Murray was in the first Space Jam, not the sequel.
So, you know what I did? I turned up my TV real loud, too, so everyone would think...
Everybody got that?
There's something wrong with it.
I love Spaceballs.
Okay, so I'll see you later, huh? I'll give you a call.
Yeah, I saw Rick Moranis in a lot of movies. He wears glasses in almost every movie except for the Flintstones movie. I think he was nearsighted or something. In the middle of the night. Do you experience Spectre or Ghost?
If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Pick up your phone and call the professionals. Go, Ghostbusters.
Yes, sir.
Our courteous and efficient staff is on call 24 hours a day to serve all your supernatural elimination needs.
We're ready to believe you. Mm-hmm. Plus, Dana is not a Mary Sue character either. She gets scared out of her mind in the 3rd act and gets possessed until the very end of the movie. What's your opinion on scalpers? What do you mean? People that try to scalp tickets? Yeah, that's stupid. Is Spaceballs a Star Wars satire? Yeah, and it was funny. It's even a parody of other movies like Alien. And other films as well. I think Star Trek as well, but not as much as, Galaxina. Good effect. I remember... and this film is so the 80s, you can tell. And I saw this as a kid. It did not scar me as an adult. Ooh. There it is. There's the banner.
So subtle, Marty. You don't think people are going to drive down and not see the sign? You can't park that here. Everybody can relax. I found the car.
Yep. I can't wait to see the Ecto 1 drive into New York City again. Hopefully in Afterlife.
How much? Only 4,800. Maybe new rings. Also,
If every franchise tries to be a cinematic universe, they're going to just shortcut with Marvel. Why isn't Facebook working?
Gene, any calls? Any messages? Any customers?
No, Dr. Venkman.
Good job, isn't it?
She's so cute.
Well, you were paying for this stuff.
Yeah.
Stare at me. You get the bug eyes. Gene! Sorry about the bug eyes thing. I'll be in my office.
Yeah. This movie is a classic. Look, he's right under. You're very handy. SpongeBob is turning into a cinematic universe. Hell, her accent sounds more like Harley Quinn than freaking Margot Robbie. Another shitty movie that came out in 2016. Suicide Squad.
Some people think I'm too intellectual, but I think it's a fabulous way to spend your spare time. I also play racquetball. Do you have any hobbies?
I collect sport wars, moles, and fungus. Oh man, we all miss you, Harold Ramis. You were such a treat. And he was a good director too, because I enjoy Groundhog Day. I think it's a good movie. It's a little long, but it is a good movie for what it is.
Oh, excuse me. This is the Ghostbusters Office.
Yes, it is. Can I help you?
I don't have an appointment. I'd like to talk to someone, please.
He almost got hurt. You saw when he jumped off it?
I'm Peter Venkman. May I help you?
Well, I don't know. What I have to say may sound a little unusual.
Oh, it's all we get day in, day out around this place. Come into my office, miss.
I'm Barrett, Dana Barrett. And this voice said, Sewell. And then I slammed the refrigerator door and I left. That was 2 days ago, and I haven't been back.
What about an A24 cinematic universe? Well, they make weird movies anyway. What movie is more SJW, the entire Star Wars trilogy, or Fembusters, or Birds of Prey? Star Wars, because they made billions of dollars to give us the same thing. What the hell happened
Well,
here?
of course I'm telling the truth. Who would make up a story like that?
Some are people who just want attention. Others just nutballs who come in out.
Yeah, Facebook isn't working right now. It's probably down.
Past life experience, intruding on present
Maybe
time.
because of the weather. That's fine. I'll just keep erasing some pictures.
I don't believe in any of those things.
Well, that's
So I don't either.
But there are some things we do, standard procedures in a case like this, which often bring us results. Well, I could go to Hall of Records and check out the structural details in the building. Maybe the building itself has a history of psychic turbulence. Right, good idea. I could look for the name Zool in the usual literature. Space catalog. Tobin Spirit Guide. Tell you what, I'll take the spirit back to her apartment and check her out. I'm gonna check out the spirit.
That is such a sex joke. But again, not a kid's movie, guys. There's a lot of adult jokes that go over kids' heads. Like, I'm gonna check her out. We get the guy laid. I don't like to be with possessed people. Yeah, again, adult jokes, not a kid's movie. What was the adult jokes in the 2016 movie? Oh, it came from the front. Ha 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 ha. You. A queef joke, which is not funny. I'm dying. That's why I like Space Jam and Space Jam 2 because they didn't have to resort to bullshit like that.
That's right, boys. It's Dr. Venkman.
That thing is so stupid. That little squishy thing. I don't even know what that is. I still don't know what that is. Will stuff like Bumblebee and Transformers Rise of the Beast also retcon the Michael Bay movies? They might as well because those movies were too long. Too freaking long.
What is that thing you're doing?
It's
technical.
It's
It's
technical.
one of our little toys.
That's the bedroom, but nothing ever happened in there.
Wink.
What a crime.
You know, you don't act like a scientist.
They're usually pretty stiff.
You're more like a game show host.
Yeah, people think that a PG movie back in the 80s was for kids. Not all of them. No, some of them were really ballsy. I mean, there's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. People get murdered in that movie, in a kids movie. And also it has a lot of adult jokes and there's curse words and drinking and smoking. There was nothing like that now.
See, I was over there and these eggs just jumped right out of their shells and started to cook on the counter.
That is weird.
That's when I started to hear that awful noise coming from the refrigerator. Mr. Beckman, you've come all this way. Would you like to check the refrigerator?
Check the fridge.
Mm-hmm. Why this movie? Because it's nice and short. My God.
Look at all the junk food.
Yep, and all the product placement.
Damn it, look,
You have
this
a
wasn't
Coca-Cola,
here.
Pierre,
This
those
wasn't
Pierre
here. There was
waters.
a space, and there was a building or something with flames coming out of it. There were creatures writhing around it. They were growling
And there's a
snarling.
Coke can as
And the
well.
flames, I heard a voice say Zool. It was right here.
I'm sorry, I'm just not getting any reading.
Well, are you sure you're using that thing correctly?
Because not everything needs to be a cinematic universe. Some movies, Who Framed Roger Rabbit was a cinematic universe in one movie. It didn't need four of them. It had Disney, it had Warner Brothers characters, it had old film, cartoons from the 40s. It was a cinematic universe. I mean, every cartoon in the world was in that movie except for like Popeye and a couple of others.
And all I have is my word. There's nothing else in my life. I meet you, and I say, my God, there's someone with the same problem I have.
That's the same problem. And I like Sigourney Weaver's voice. I can hear it for days. But why are you wasting this beautiful woman in a blue freaking CGI suit? I'm sorry. It looks fake to me. What do you think of A History of Violence? It's a good movie. It's really brutal. It's very intense. I mean, it's got one of the most aggressive sex scenes I've ever seen, but it's not rape. With Viggo Mortensen, going down on Maria Bello again. Yeah, not for kids.
I've got it.
It's pretty intense, though. It's the best performance since Lord of the Rings. It's really, really intense. Like, I was like, good God, this movie's dark. I'm not doing a podcast for that, though, because it's way too dark. Maybe I'll do it next year. I wonder what makes him tick.
I wonder if you'd be interested in knowing what makes me tick.
Right.
I'll bet you're going to be thinking about me after I'm gone.
I bet I am.
No kiss.
I mean, you just met her, Peter. It's not like, you've been days with each other.
To our first customer.
To our...
To our first and only customer.
So Egon's drinking. They're drinking beers, too. Again, not a kid's movie. Because Egon is drinking a soda. So, again, not good for you either, but it's not going to get you drunk. Is Spider-Man also another ballsy PG movie? I mean, Kingpin crushes a blonde Peter Parker and swings it down. Yeah, but there's no, like, drinking or smoking or anything. Like,
You do?
you have?
You have?
She's so
You're
cute.
kidding. Well, just give me the address.
She has short hair, but she's not a Mary
Of
Sue.
course. Oh, they'll be
The
telling
Prowler
us.
was basically like Spawn and Deadpool. That's what he looked like, but purple.
We got one!
Yes, sir. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Let me mute it a little bit. I don't want to get a a copyright infringement. You know how they are with the music. So he got space. Ecto 1, baby. Oh man, I love that. I had that car when I was a kid. Yes, movies that were not really meant for kids sold toys to kids. Ghostbusters, Aliens, RoboCop, Terminator, all of them. Just mute it for a second. Oh yeah. Just delete it. I love this movie so much, man. Even those gray suits are a ray of sunshine compared to the hobo. This guy's a voice actor. He did a voice in the video game, and he's also done the voice of Entropy from Crash Bandicoot 3. It's cool that he does voice acting. My daughter turns 9 tomorrow. I just got a gift for her. You're very good for you, Leah. To spoil child, because you know, one day she's gonna move on her own, you know, and you'll still be in her life. But you know, these are the best years to be with your children, especially during the pandemic. Give her the best. Give her the best. My parents did that with me and my sister as well.
Some kind of a cosmonaut? No, we're exterminators. Somebody saw a cockroach up on 12.
It's gotta be some cockroach.
Bite your head off.
It's a foreshadowing of the Men in Black movie where there's a giant cockroach.
Going up. I'll take the next one.
So merchandise for kids come from movies for adults. Yeah, except for porn. That never was going to be for kids. No smoking. Ironic because they smoke in this movie.
No sense worrying about it now.
Yeah. Worry. Each of us has an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back. Yep.
Let's get ready.
Switch me on. Oh, that tree is a sound of pure joy, man. Yeah. I'm glad that the podcast is going well so far, and we're about 30 minutes into the movie. Still a classic, man. When a sound can make me smile, that proves that the movie is part of my life. And that animation is hilarious. Yep, they almost blasted a black lady. Ooh. If they did this now, BLM would be all over this. It's a black maid trying to do, you know, her housekeeping, and I'm like, yeah, would not work today, sir. No.
Yeah, we can do more damage now.
I love this movie so much, man. It's a classic. There's a reason that you can't touch a classic, guys. You can't. What happened if you stay awake for 11 days? You'll die. Because I can't stay awake for more than a day. But this is the... Yeah, when he's like... Yep, there's Slimer. I remember him in the cartoon. The only reason this is not an adult movie only is because it's not R, like some other movies that Bill Murray did. Look how cute. Is Bumblebee and Transformers? I know you said that already. I missed the original cast. Yeah, because you can't top it. Yeah, he's supposed to be the ghost of John Belushi. Yeah, because Belushi had passed away a few years before this movie came out. Yes, they are. Here's a joke. We should cancel. He's offensive. Why? No one's gonna cancel me if all of my controversial statements were came out before, if they came out if I started this YouTube channel this year, I would have gotten canceled like in January, but I'm not canceled because I don't believe in that.
I saw it. It's right.
Here, Ray. It's looking at me.
He's an ugly little spud, isn't he? I think he can hear you, Ray. Don't move. It won't hurt you.
No, I don't want a Back to the Future remake. I don't want. Fake. Yep. He slimed me.
That's great. actual physical contact.
I don't want Back to the Future to be Force Awakens. I don't want it.
Spangler,
Michael J. Fox is retired.
you got
Bill,
slide.
Christopher Lloyd is too old. Just let it go.
Get down here right away. I just went into a ballroom.
Stop making movies.
We'll be right there.
Stop making movies for the sake of making movies. Just make something
Okay,
different.
sir, if you and your staff could please wait out here, we'll take care of everything.
YouTube is working, but why isn't Facebook? Let me just keep it down. Yeah, YouTube is working just fine. Why isn't Facebook working?
There it is.
Well, my YouTube channel is working fine. I'm just saying on my phone. It's the one that got me. It's got to be because of the weather, because it's getting cloudy. But I'm gonna do this, guys. For you guys, I'll do it. Would like Marty McFly to be a gender bender? No, I don't want Martina McFly.
Throw it.
It's not needed. You can't do it better. They're destroying everything. That's the funny part. They're taking this. They're pulling. They're taking this. They're playing this straight. It wasn't like, we're cartoon characters. Even in the second movie, it's just don't cross the streams. Yep. Okay. I'm fuzzy on the whole good bad thing. What do you mean bad? Try to imagine all life as you know it, typing instantaneously, and every molecule in your speed of light.
Total protonic reversal. That's bad. Okay. All right. Important safety tip. Thanks, Ethan. All right. Ray, take the left. Ethan,
Yeah.
take the right.
No, I don't want a remake because I'm like, you're not going to do it better. And because of Spielberg, you'll never remake it. You cannot do it better. They've done a ride, a cartoon, and they did 3 films. That's enough. We don't need another movie. The cast is too old. I'm sorry. And some of them are dead. Yes, some of them are dead. Doctors Brown and Martha, no. Don't say that name.
I assure you, Mrs. Van Houten, there is no problem with the room. It will be ready promptly at time as soon as your guests are with us. The last throw took something out of him, but he's gonna move. I need some room to put the trap down. Give me some room.
They're destroying that whole kitchen. That whole dinner, that dining room is completely totaled. You saw Simon's like. Plus, I don't know why Simon doesn't talk in this. He talks in the cartoon.
Okay, I'll let go single. Spangler, a confinement screen from you, okay? Go. Okay, hold him up there. He's gonna move. Hold him up.
His effects still look great, man. He looks little. He's like this small. In the remake, he's bigger.
Maybe now you'll never slime a guy with a pocketron glider, huh? Spangler, start your stream. I don't want my face burned off. All right, I'm opening a trap now. Don't look directly with a trap.
I looked at the trap, Ray. Plus, this is the only Ray I want to hear. A guy's name is Ray, not a woman. Sorry, because that's not. Ray. They only call her that as a joke. I'm joking around at that. I know, Leah. I'm not taking it seriously. I'm never doing a podcast for the 2016 movie. Just not gonna do it because I haven't even seen the whole film. It's painful because it hates men. A 2-hour man-hating movie. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to see. Being a man, because I know what I am. I'm not no non-binary. Yeah, right. They had to total that whole dining room.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Yes, sir.
What is it? We got it. What is it? Will there be any more of them? Sir, what you had there was what we refer to as a focused, non-terminal repeating phantasm.
Or class 5 Wolverine vapor. Real nasty one, too.
Let's talk seriously. Now, for the entrapment, we're going to have to ask you for 4 big ones, $4,000 for that. But we are having a special this week on proton charging and storage of the beast. And that's only going to come to $1,000, fortunately. $5,000? I had no idea it'd be so much. I won't pay it. Well, that's all right. We can just put it right back in the certainly can. Dr. Beckman. Right. Thanks so much. Thank you. Hope we can help you again. Coming for a 1 class.
Oh, man, this isn't. What happens if they cross the streams? They would die. John, another stupid moment. Parents took their kids to see Spring Breakers. Again, because they saw Vanessa Hudgens, they thought it would be a kid's movie, and it's not.
Well, everybody has heard Ghost stories around the campfire. Heck, my grandma
Look at that guy.
used to spin yarns about a spectral locomotive that would rocket past the farm where she grew up. But now, as if some unforeseen
In the neighborhood. Yep. Ghostbusters. There's some Chinese people. Yep. Don't run away. Yeah, they give him some ducks. I don't know why they're bowing. They do that in Japan, not China. Yeah, Larry King. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. We miss you. The man was just, he did his job. He sat and he interviewed people. It's a really, really good good voice actor. We miss him. You know, he was what was he? An interviewer, yeah. Selena Gomez, Vanessa Hudgens, and James Franco, they're not doing Disney acts. No. Which theme song is better, Ghostbusters or Space Jam? Obviously. Come on, guys. That's an easy one. Ghost Bunglers. That was the new one should have been called. And Winston is not a stereotype. Yeah, he's black. Again, didn't bother me. I have the Winston toy when I was a kid. Casey Kasem, another one. Rest in peace again. There's a lot of people in this movie that are no longer with us.
Is it just the mist that doesn't have arms and legs?
As they say in TV, I'm sure there's one big question on everybody's mind, and I imagine you are the man to answer that. How is Elvis, and have you seen him lately?
Sorry, Elvis passed away a long time ago, guys. Ghost Bunglers. Yeah, this scene. A ghost is giving him a BJ. Yeah, we don't see it because it's a PG movie. That's a really good effect. Busting makes me feel good, or busting a nut makes you feel good. There he is, Ernie Hudson. I love how the ghost is like. That face is great because he's like probably getting it. Is Rick and Morty a Back to the Future parody? Yeah, and it's funny. That was pure luck. I was not ready for that, Morty. Yeah, I love that voice. If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say. See, he's not cracking jokes. If this was Eddie Murphy, the whole movie would have been just his movie. That's kind of why he passed on it.
Here's tonight's worksheet.
Oh, great. 2 more free repeaters.
This is Winston Sedmore. He's here about the job.
Beautiful. You're hired. Ray Stantz.
That was quick. No interview. Well,
How big, please? Welcome aboard.
I don't know where they get these guest conductors.
what did Chris said that pissed you off? Trust me, you don't want to know. I'm not going to say it here. Look at him. I've been near that area in Manhattan. I don't know if that's Carnegie Hall or close to it. If you saw that movie, you know the opening scene with people literally drinking, smoking, and taking their shirts off. It's not a Disney movie. Of course not. Pratt said something stupid that I don't want to repeat here. He has to keep his freaking agendas to himself. I told you I have no affiliations of any kind. This guy was Ellis DeWald. Yeah, the villain from Beverly Hills Cop 3. I wish one of the actors from this movie would sign it for me, because this is the original DVD that came out with special features that are not on the Blu-ray. If the remake was 2 men and 2 women, would it make a difference?
Mesopotamians and Sumerians.
Sewell was the minion of Gozer.
Gozer.
Gozer was very big in Sumeria.
Well, what's he doing in my icebox?
I'm working on that. If we could get together Thursday night, I'm thinking 9-ish. You know, we could exchange information.
I can't see it Thursday. I'm busy.
Spirit, you seem to think there is something wrong up here that says in your mind he enjoys taking his evenings off and spending it with his clients. No.
Just make a funny movie.
Because
Look at the cast in Evolution. You had freaking David Duchovny from X-Files. You had Orlando Jones, who was, he did a lot of comedies. And then you had, for females, you had Julianne Moore, and she was tripping over her own feet, but it was funny because she was not taking herself seriously. Julianne Moore doesn't make every performance, grandiose like freaking Peter O'Toole. I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you, sir. He's still... I love this movie so much. This movie is a classic, man. It is a classic for a reason. And it's over 35 years old. 37 this year, but who's counting, right? There's a reason that people remember this movie, and they forgot all about the 2016 one. We saw, we kicked his ass, says, yeah, in a PG movie. And it's still not forced as much as in the Scooby movie, it came out of nowhere. It's like, I'm going to kick some ghost ass. I'm like, why? Because it's Sarah Michelle Gellar saying it. That wasn't Daphne. Daphne would never say the A word in the cartoon.
Promise me you'd hire more help.
Janine, someone with your qualifications would have no trouble finding a top-flight job in either the food service or housekeeping industries. You gonna answer that?
Quick bit of
Jobs in this.
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want? Walter Peck, yes, sir. William Anderson, the same actor that was in the first two Die Hard movies. I'll be doing Die Hard real soon, either November or December. It is a Christmas movie, after all.
Yes, Dr. Franklin. Exactly what are you a doctor of, Mr. Franklin? Well, I have PhDs in parapsychology and psychology. I see. And
Now you catch ghosts. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can say that. Now, how many ghosts have you caught, Mr. Franklin? I'm not at liberty to say. And where do you put these ghosts once you catch them? Into a storage facility. And would the storage facility be located on these premises?
Yes.
May
I see. The store.
storage facility?
No.
No. Why not, Mr. Franklin?
Because you did not say the magic, not say the magic word. He wants to laugh. You could tell. Watch.
What is the magic
word?
Mr. Franklin?
Please.
Please.
Look.
May I please?
Please. See, you could tell William Anderson was laughing his ass off in this scene.
I want to know more about what you do here. Frankly, there have been a lot of wild stories in the media.
Yeah, so funny how he thought he would never be remembered for this movie, but he's remembered for this and Die Hard. And he's always an asshole in the movie. I don't know why.
Now you ought to show me what is down there.
Oh, I come back with a court order.
You go get a court order, and I'll sue your ass for wrongful prosecution. You can have it your way, Mr.
Which one is force? What in the Matrix hell? Or I'm gonna kick the ghost ass from Scooby-Doo. No, Scooby-Doo, because one in the Matrix hell that made me laugh. I admit that. LeBron made me laugh a couple of times. No. That's a big Twinkie.
We could be on the verge of a four-fold cross-rip, a PKE surge of incredible, even dangerous proportions.
Did you see my post on the guy who kept harassing? Yeah.
Environmental Protection Agency. How's the grid holding up? Not good. Tell him about the Twinkie.
What about the Twinkie?
What about the Twinkie?
Yep, that's another matte painting. It still looks good though. Oh, this is the scene that gets really creepy. The dogs look good when they're puppets, but then when that stop motion, oh, yeah, it looks kind of video gamey. It looks like Ray Harryhausen, and I'm like, this was the 80s, guys. The last time we saw stop motion from Harryhausen was in 1981. Clash of the Titans, the original. Not that god-awful remake. But it's the Terminator Eye. Came out the same year. Remember when there was a good movie every year? Nowadays, we barely get that. What good movie we have this month? Oh yeah, Dune, but that's coming out in a few weeks.
Oh, Dana, it's you. Hello, Louis. You gotta come in here. You're missing a classic party.
Yes, well, I would, Louis, but I have a date.
You made a date tonight?
Well, I'm sorry, Louis, I forgot.
Oh, that's okay. You can bring him along.
All right, we'll stop by, okay?
That's great. I'll
We're
tell
gonna
you
play
what, you're
Twister.
gonna play Twister. We're gonna do some break dancing. Yeah.
I bet parents that took their kids to spring breakers just became a watch wide too much High School Musical. Yeah, yeah. If Facebook is down on my phone, I'll just try it later. I posted every picture I could anyway, so it's caught because of the weather. Let me see what the weather is like right now. But the podcast is going pretty well. I'm halfway through the movie. See, it went by quick. I don't feel this movie at all. The remake is 2 hours and 10 minutes with its extended cut, with more stupid bloopers in it. And it's Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy dancing. That could have been a deleted scene. You didn't need to put that in the movie.
At one time. Oh, I am. I will. I won't. Mom, I have to go. I have a date.
Yeah, the humidity's high.
No one you know. It's well, he's a Ghostbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys on TV.
Yeah, you don't see her for a while. She disappears for a long, long time. But it's not like Rachel Weisz in Black Widow. She disappears for an hour, and we don't know what the hell happened to her. And then when she comes back, it's like she's raising pigs. What is this? A freaking the Charlotte's Web movie? It made no sense. And then when she does her thing in the third act, I didn't buy it. This wasn't like in The Mummy. She had way more screen time in that, and I even didn't care. Hands on the thing, yeah. Oh shit, the hands, yep. Those hands are crazy. Yeah, that looks scary. Yep. Just like an alien, something comes after her. Are Disney Wars, Clash of the Titans, and its sequel and RoboCop the same level of pointless? Yeah, because you can't do it better. I said that.
Gee, I think all I got is a seed of salicylic acid, generic. See, I get 600 tablets of that for the same price as 300 of a name brand. That makes good financial sense. Good advice. Hey, this is real smoked salmon from Nova Scotia, Canada. $24.95 a pound. It only cost me $14.12 after tax, though. I'm giving this whole thing as a promotional expense. That's why I invited clients instead of friends. You having a good time, Mark? How you doing? Why don't you have some of the free? It's at room temperature. You think it's too warm?
Yeah, Bree. This is what I have to say with every stupid remake.
Listen, maybe if we start dancing, other people will
Burn! Yes. Baby, burn. Burn in hell. Burn, baby, burn. Yeah, every remake, even Halloween Kills, is just going to be Halloween 2, more violent and more focused on the freaking kills and story. Halloween was not a slasher film, the original. It was a horror, psychological horror thriller, not a slasher film. Good puppet, but this is when the effects get bad. This is the only bad effect in the movie. Because it looks like a stop motion.
Okay, who brought the dog?
Ooh, it looks very Harryhausen. I know they didn't have CGI, but this looks like look, watch this. Ooh, yeah, that effect looks really dated. Because it's like the dog can spear through walls, yet it can't do that at the end. It doesn't do anything. It just sits there. There's a bear. There's a bear. This effect is the worst in the movie. I wish I could show you, but I don't want to get a copyright. Ooh, that looks awful. That looks like a cartoon. It's like dogs don't hop like a bunny rabbit, guys. That looks stupid even when I was a kid. I was like, that's why I like the effects in the second one a lot more. But there's no stop motion like that. Most of the effects in this movie look fantastic. The librarian ghost, Slimer, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, the hands coming out of the seat. Those are great. But that cartoon looks ridiculous. It does. It's like whoa, whoa, whoa. It does a triple jump like Mario. It's so laughable. The critic was right about that. No, but can you take a hint what was said? I can look it up. Yep, that looks scary. And people in the Tavern on the Green don't care. Why? They're New Yorkers. They've seen worse. And this was pre 9/11, so way before. You see the Twin Towers in this movie several times. Hell, it's on the cover. See? We'll never forget. 20 years ago that happened, but we'll never forget. No, I don't want to say it. I'm going to just type it. I'm going to type it. I'm not going to say a word. Hello.
That's a different look for you, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Are you the key master?
Not that I know of. That's all I'm going to say, Leah. Read that. Or F. Ethan.
Are you the key master?
Yes. I'm afraid he is. He told me to meet here. I didn't get your name.
Zool. I'm the gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm. And Sigourney Weaver has those big, expressive Brie Larson eyes that I love so much.
What are we doing today, Zool?
See, these effects look great, but that dog jumping like a Mario character just looks laughable. Even as a kid, I thought it looked stupid. It's like dogs don't do that. They don't hop. My dog at home jumps off the couch, but she doesn't hop in mid-air like a freaking Mario character. Yeah, that effect it's the worst effect in the movie. Yes.
Is this a trick question? I guess the roses worked, huh?
Take me now.
Some creature.
We never talk anymore.
No.
Time making a rule. Never to get
Oh,
involved.
we'll possess people.
Actually, it's more of a guideline than a rule. You know, I can flip.
Also, I want you inside me. I'm shocked that line is still in this movie.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got at least 2 people in it.
I'm trying to hold on as long as I can.
Lie down there. Relax.
Here we go.
Want to talk to me?
I want you inside me. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a beginning of a porn. Zool.
Come on, I want to talk to Dana. Dana, just relax. Come on.
This is Ivan Reitman's voice, by the way.
Can I talk to Dana? What a lovely singing voice.
Okay, my connection is getting unstable again, just like last time.
If I don't get to talk to Dana, there's going to be some real trouble in this.
Okay, here we go. It's always getting like that. Doing The Undertaker. I know The Undertaker wasn't around yet until 1990. Oh. There we go. The chat does that sometimes. At least when I do an episode of Full House, it'll be 30 minutes, so it won't take very long. Please come down. Let's just be glad that Pratt's not doing Ghostbusters, because I don't need him to take Bill Murray's place. Gets too much work now. Central Park. I am Vince. Vince Clortho, key master of Gozer.
Vulcan still drawer, Lord of the Seven.
Oh, yeah.
Are you the gatekeeper? Hey, he pulls the wagon. I make the deals. You want to ride?
Ooh, yeah. That guy's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Say hi.
And our prisoners will be released. You will perish in flame. What an asshole.
No, that's Michael Bay. Because he would take this scene and make it 5 minutes long.
Dropping off or picking up.
Dropping off.
Just a moment.
That's great, man. This dialogue is just, it's like clockwork. There is one scene I'm not a big fan of when Ray and Winston are talking in that scene I'm not a big fan of. It's not funny. I just think it's like padding. That's one of the scenes I will cut out.
Are you the gatekeeper? You better bring him inside.
You are so kind to take care of that man. You know, you are a real humanitarian.
I don't think he's human. See, he has a dog head.
What did you say your name was? Vince Clortho, keymaster of Gozer.
According to this, his name's Louis Tully. Lives on Central Park West.
That's far. I know. I've been there. I've walked there.
Some coffee, Mr. Tully?
Do I? Yes, have some. Yes, have some. That's every New Yorker that has to drink Starbucks.
You said before you were waiting.
Yeah, still no sign of Facebook. I think it's.
Gozer the Traveler. He will come in one of the pre-chosen forms. During the rectification of the Voldrani, the Traveler came so
Is
large-
Gozer a better enchantress? Yes. It looks better. It's not some CGI thing doing this. This looks ridiculous, guys. Yeah, the giant slower that's in the video game.
He gone.
Yeah. Gozer, you know,
Something
it-
very strange about that. Listen, I'm usually very psychic, and I have a terrible feeling that something awful's going to happen to you. I'm afraid you're going to die.
I'll get it.
yeah. I think that scene, you know, the scene with Ray and Winston. I know they wanted to give Winston more screen time, but it doesn't add anything. It just makes the movie longer.
I'm here with Dana. It seems Ghost is putting some moves on my would-be girlfriend. I think we can get her a guest shot on Wild Kingdom. I just whacked her up with about 300 cc's of Dorsey, and she's going to take a little nap now. But she says she's the gatekeeper. Does that make any sense to you?
I just met the Keymaster. He's here with me now.
Wonderful. We have to get these two together. I think that would be extraordinarily dangerous. Okay, well, hold on here. I'll be there in a little while. Good. Thank you, Vince. We have to find Ray. I need him here immediately.
Yeah, Ray's. He's in a car ride. Like, you know, this scene is just. It could have been cut. I'll just mute it and I'll tell you. It's the scene where they're talking about, the end of the world and all that. I'm like, it could have been cut. I would skip this scene, but I'll just mute it. How's that? I'll just talk a little bit. Because this scene I thought was completely pointless. It adds nothing to the movie. It's like the Spanish scene in Die Hard 2, where the villain is like talking in Spanish. I'm like, yeah, we get it. He's a Spanish dictator. We get it. Are the cast of Ghostbusters 2016 and all the females from the Disney on the same level? Well, yeah, because it's like four hobos in. It's like four hobos in one movie compared to one. But in Star Wars, that's all I needed because look how bad it was. Where's my toilet paper? Oh, here it
The
is.
sun became as black as sackcloth, and the moon became as blood. Judgment. Every ancient religion has its own method on the end of the world.
Well, we thought 2020 was the end of the world, and look what happened.
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe the reason we've been so busy lately is because the dead have been rising from the grave?
I know they're trying to be deep, but it just came off as like filler. And more smoking because kids want to see smoking. There's the World Trade Center. They show it here in the shot. They show the Brooklyn Bridge. I'll mute it. Wait, not. I said mute. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. There's the Twin Towers, man. We'll never forget. You couldn't destroy our American spirit, Al Qaeda, and neither could the freaking COVID. Because I got vaccinated, and so was my parent, so was my sister and my mom. They just got vaccinated today. So kiss my ass, COVID. Kiss my ass. My vaccinated ass. I avoid crowds. I don't like crowds. I didn't like crowds before COVID. So you think I care about crowds now? In the theater, I do. Clapping, but not like rubbing all over me, you know?
Excuse me, just where do you think you're going?
Step aside, mister. I'll have you arrested for interfering with the police
Oh,
officer.
no, hold on. I see TV. I know you're just reading a warrant or a writ or something.
Cease with this assault conference order. Seizure of premises for chattels. Ban on the use of public utilities for non-licensed waste handlers, and a federal FDA inspection order.
Yeah, and Con Ed is there.
One more test I'd like to perform.
I tried to stop them. He says they have a warrant.
Excuse me, this is private property. Shut these all up. I'm warning you, turning off these machines would be extremely hazardous. I'll tell you what.
It's like
You're facing federal prosecution.
he's pointing at him.
Environmental violations. Now, I think
He's just pointing at him. That's funny, man.
try to understand. This is a high voltage laser containment system. Simply turning it off would be like dropping a bomb in the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the people you killed. At ease, officer. I'm Peter Venkman. I think there's just been a slight misunderstanding, and I want to cooperate in any way that I can. Forget it, Venkman. You had your chance to cooperate, but you thought it'd be more fun to insult me. Well, now it is my turn, Vice. You want us to shut down the protection grid, Peter? We shut that thing down, and we are not going to be held responsible.
No.
No, we won't be. Shut it off. Don't shut it off. I'm warning you. I've never seen anything like this before. I'm not interested.
Your opinion. Just shut it off.
My friend, don't be a jerk. Step aside. If he does that again, you can shoot him. You do your job, pencil neck. Don't tell me how to do mine. Shut it off.
Yeah, I love this movie so much. Even the dark scenes are good. Except for that scene with the dog hopping. That just looks stupid. Thankfully, we don't have to see that again. And he's like, yeah, the look on Rick Moranis' face, he's just like happy. Yeah. That's great. This is it.
This is it. This is the sign.
Yeah, it's a sign, all right. Going out of business.
What happened? Storage facility's blue. He shut off the protection grid. Oh, great. That's bad. Yeah. Where's the key master? Shit. Who's the key master? Come on.
The Keymaster.
Hold it! I want this man arrested. Captain, these men are a criminal violation of the Environmental Protection Act.
Watch, listen.
And this explosion is a direct result of it. Your mother.
Your mother. Yeah, see, there's not one F-bomb in this movie, which you don't need to mute this. This is when the things go in the sky. Again, I've seen it, guys. Don't stop putting a big beam in the sky. We saw it 14 times since this movie. We saw it in Suicide Squad. We saw it in Fan Snore Stick. We even saw it in what? Even the Avengers did it, but it did it well. It's magic. Yeah, this is just like 2020. That ghost looks great. See, these ghosts look fine. They don't look like bad CGI or cartoons. There's a skeleton. Looks like the Crypt Keeper. Yeah, it looks like a burnt victim. And remember when you had to get a cab and there were no Ubers? Yeah, the 80s, man. I was there. Not in 84, but after that. There's Slimer eating hot dogs. Rockefeller Center. Yep, that's where the where people go ice skating every year. They're going to be doing that real soon in November, December. Yeah, Dana looks like she hasn't slept in days. It's a good makeup job on Sigourney Weaver. Looks way better than Bella Swan in Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1. She just looks like a dead body. Like, horrible. Mm-hmm. Good explosion. See, it's something that makes sense. Reginald Val Johnson makes a cameo here as a cop.
I want to make a phone call. Yeah, I just worked with these guys, but I wasn't even there. Structure of this room
But,
is
you know,
exactly like the kind of
you know what they do with black people nowadays, but I'm not going to get into that. But, you know, back in the 80s, yeah, same thing.
burners with cores of pure selenium.
You saw even the prisoners are just looking.
So what? I guess they just don't make them like they used to, huh? No! Nobody ever made them like this. I mean, the architect was either a certified genius or
Authentic wacko.
Ray, for a moment,
Wait,
pretend that I don't know
anything about
metallurgy,
Georgie
engineering, or physics.
and tell me what the hell is going on. You never studied. The whole building, so it's super atomic antenna.
That was designed and built expressly for the purpose of pulling in and concentrating.
Spiritual
Your
turbulence.
girlfriend lives in the corner
Penthouse of Spook Central.
She's not my girlfriend. I find her interesting because she's a client, because she sleeps above her covers. 4 feet above her covers. She barks, she drools, she claws. Not the girl,
Peter.
It's the building.
Mm-hmm.
Something terrible.
The TMNT Out of the Shadows and Suicide Squad copy. Yeah, that's another Beam in the Sky movie. I forgot about that. Evo Shandor. That could have been the villain in the third movie. Instead, you just make some nerdy guy into a freaking the Ghostbuster symbol and shoot him in the nuts. That's not funny, guys. This is funny. I'm laughing my ass off. Study.
Shandor decided that society was too sick to survive. He wasn't alone. He had close to 1,000 followers when he died. They conducted rituals up on the roof. Bizarre rituals intended to bring about
The end of the world.
And now it looks like it may actually happen.
So be good. So be good. For goodness sake. Whoa. Somebody's coming. Sumerian, not Babylonian. There he is, Reginald Vell Johnson. This is the first time I think he played a cop in a movie, because then he played a cop in Crocodile Dundee and Die Hard and Full Family Matters. So, yeah, he played a cop a lot, even more than Bruce Willis. And a cop with the hat and everything. Bruce Willis hardly ever wears a hat when he plays a cop. Because he's in Die Hard, never wears a hat. That matte painting, it looks like a matte painting. It doesn't look like there's a hole in the wall. I am the keymaster. Oh, yeah. That matte painting would have been good if it was daytime outside, but it just looks like somebody painted over it. You won't see that in Avatar 2. Gozer's ultimate turns out to be the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Yeah, a cute white sailor sailor with a big belly, and you know, I had that toy, by the way, when I was a kid, because I watched the cartoon a lot, the real Ghostbusters. Dun, dun. check my Gmail.
Ghostbusters are here, Miss Mayor. Ghostbusters. Okay, the Ghostbusters. Hey, where's this pack? I am Walter Peck, sir, and I'm prepared to make a full report.
What's the point in Avatar 2? The first one was like 3 hours. Yeah, it's going to be like 4 hours now.
People think they're seeing ghosts, and they call these bozos who conveniently show up to deal with the problem with a fake electronic light show. Everything was fine with our system until power.
It was up by Dickless here.
They caused an explosion. Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no Dogs are not Bugs Bunny. What does that mean?
All right. Well, that's what I heard. Now, what am I going to do here, John? What is this? All I know is that was no light show we saw this morning. I've seen every form of combustion known to man. But this beats the hell out of me. Walls in the 53rd precinct bleeding. How do you explain that? Good afternoon, gentlemen. Oh, Your Eminence. How are you, Lenny?
Yeah, I don't understand why people kiss the Pope's hand.
What do you think I should do?
Lenny, officially, the church will not take any position on the religious implications.
Religious implications. This is a movie, guys. Not a freaking. Yeah, a sign to stop making these god awful remakes. Think about that. You're remaking something that did not need to be remade, and then calling a movie a true sequel. Yeah, screw you with that. Candyman was not a true sequel. It's a remake with a bad BLM agenda. He's gonna kill white people because they're racist. Stupid. I'm not dumb, guys. What if a movie was like 6 hours? It would be cut into 2 parts. I gotta stretch out a little bit. Fire, brimstone, coming up. 40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes, sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. And how dare you try to copy that line? See, they even have to copy lines from the movie.
If I'm wrong, nothing happens. We go to jail peacefully, quietly. We'll enjoy it. But if I'm right, if we can't stop this thing, Lenny, you will
Save the lives of millions of registered voters. Yeah, this movie is a classic. You cannot do it better. Don't you dare try to remake it when all the cast members are dead. Don't. You're not going to do it better. Hollywood, just don't. A classic is untouchable. You're never going to do it better. Either do your own thing or do something different.
I'll fix you, Benjamin. I'm going to get you a nice fruit basket. I'm going to miss him. We got work to do.
Here we go.
What do you need from me?
Yep, there's the military. Even do anything in this at the end. At least in Transformers, I give the military credit. At least they did something in those movies in the first like 3 films, but they don't do anything here. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. When I said dogs are not Bugs Bunny, you meant earlier that dogs are not rabbits. Yeah, because it bounces like this. It's ridiculous. The dog goes, it jumps once, then it jumps again, and then it jumps a third time. I'm like, that's so stupid. That makes no freaking sense. Oh my God. Yeah. And they say you got Jews doing this. I know. They had 3 holidays. I think we can move on now. The next Jewish holiday is in December. Hanukkah. They had 3 of them in September. 3. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot. I know, guys. I live in a very Jewish area. So have you seen Old Yeller? No, it's too sad. I can't sit through that movie. If I see it once, I have to wait till the end of the year because I love my dog so much. I don't want to see her die yet. Because, the poor animal has been stuck in the house all day. And her birthday's coming up in a few weeks. If Fembusters, the true definition of cats and dogs living together, yeah, because it didn't work. All they do is 2 hours of man bashing jokes. Every man is an idiot, an asshole, a coward, or just completely freaking useless.
Gotta run. Got a date with a ghost. Okay, whatever happens, let's be professional.
Yeah, when Afterlife comes out and we see the cast, we're gonna clap. Why? Because we love the originals. We don't care for knockoff versions. It's the same thing with Jurassic World. We don't care about Claire and Owen. If they die, I'm going to give a standing ovation in the theater next year. I'm going to be like, haha, screw you. And people are going to laugh. Why? Because they don't care about Owen and Claire. Pratt needs to retire. After you do Guardians 3, disappear. Please. Just disappear. I don't need you in Avengers 5. I don't. Because you're just getting overexposed, being in every movie that there is, and yet other actors get. Is Candyman a pointless remake? Yes. It's not a sequel. Candyman 2 is a sequel, not Candyman 2021. It's a BLM movie. I'm sick of that too. Stop forcing your agendas in a movie. You can't say all white people are evil. That's wrong. That's racist. The movie's almost over, and I'm still laughing my ass off, man. Quotable dialogue, memorable blue-collar characters, not one agenda. Well, the religious stuff at the end feels a little tagged on, but again, it's a movie in the 80s. Back then, they threw a religion in everything. Poltergeist, Amityville Horror, well, the sequels, and the Exorcist sequels. Well, actually, no, that was the 90s, but you get me. Yep, that's the crowd. You hear the crowd? You can't get that at home. They survived. They didn't even do anything yet.
It's all right. Don't worry, we're fine. We can handle it. We can take it. They want to play rough.
Real New Yorkers, man.
Want to play rough?
Let's do this. Yep. All for one and one for all, baby. Yeah, when they show up at the end, the living survivors, and they have a nice, respectful send-off for Harold Ramis, that's how you do it. That's how you respect the legacy of Ghostbusters. Not make a feminized, bastardized version. Don't forget the ending of Mitchell's. Yeah, that was stupid. Not the fight at the end. I'm talking about the forced gay agenda thing at the end. I'm like, I don't care if your lead female is
Looks like we're
a lesbian. It's stupid.
teens.
It took me out of the movie.
But when we get to 20, tell me. I'm going to throw up.
Thank God we didn't have to see that. Or this. It's funny how they were climbing up the stairs. It's already nighttime. Yeah, it must have gotten dark real quick. Must have been fall because when they were going into the building, it was daytime, and now it's nighttime. These effects still look great. That matte painting looks good.
22. Is this it?
And no, I didn't play the Ghostbusters video game from the 80s. I skipped it because it was horrible. Ghostbusters! No, didn't play it. I would have been pissed because it's not fun. He's not a bad actor. He needs to shut up. He needs to have his mouth sewn like Deadpool, the fake Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Because some people just can't keep their mouth shut. Where do these stairs go? See? This movie is a classic, man. Just love it so much. There's a reason that I don't want to. And see, that matte painting looks a little bit weird. You could tell that was written, that was put in the background. It looks like, yeah, looks watercolored a little bit. But that's it, though. Just a few bad effects do not make the movie bad. In Fembusters, all the effects look cartoony and stupid. Yeah, all the CGI in it. The smoke is a nice touch that they know that they're going up. They're not going. They're not going to the attic. The stop motion dogs look okay here. They look a lot better because they're from a distance. It doesn't look as cartoony. Plus, they're getting hit by lightning. So, both Ghostbusters and the Sam Raimi trilogy took place in New York. Yes. And it's not like they filmed it in Canada. No, it's really New York. Then here it is. Watch. This looks a lot better because it's not jumping like a bunny rabbit. It jumps once. Who's more annoying, Tom Hardy or Sofia Vergara? They're both annoying. That looks great. See? They're from a distance.
Okay. So, she's a dog.
See, here they hop once and then they don't do anything. But at least it doesn't look cartoony. Like in the beginning, that dog jumping like spearing through a wall like Roman Reigns and then hopping like a bunny rabbit, it looks stupid. Security threatened to eject me at WWE Extreme Rules. Yeah, because people are just, if you're unvaccinated, they treat you like a freaking animal. I'm vaccinated, so they can't touch me. When I go to the Barclays Center, hopefully in November, I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. There's Gozer, a Yugoslavian model that looks like Jackson. Watch, this effect looks great. Nope, it's not a non-binary. It's a creature. Watch, listen.
Go get her, Ray.
Trust me, no one said that in The Force Awakens. You know why? Because R-E-Y means, in Spanish, it means king. Women are not kings. They're queens, you freaking idiots. Wow, great makeup, and the red eyes look really creepy. Yep.
As a duly designated representative of the city, county, and state of New York, I order you to see.
Yeah, it's funny. The Canadian is doing the speech.
Or to the nearest convenient parallel dimension.
You mean the multiverse?
Are you a god?
No.
No.
She has lightning with her hands, so she did that before. Sam did that. I'm getting some notifications here. People are just standing there. Why don't New Yorkers go home? During a disaster, you don't want to stand there and look at it. You prefer LeBron or as King James? He's fine. Great. If someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. Ghostbusters was classic, but the remake should have been called Ghost Suckers. Yeah. Or Fembusters. Or Ghost Bunglers. Yep, here it comes.
Stick. Oh.
Hit him up. Make him hard. Let's show this prehistoric bitch that we took downtown. Still looks great, man. And this is the last you see of her. That really is a cool costume, by the way. She's not doing this. This stupid thing from freaking a terrible actress like Cara Delevingne doing a stupid dance. That would be funny if it was a parody, but it's not a parody. They were trying to take that seriously. Even the are you going to do a live commentary on Speed? I have to hear the commentaries on it first. There's 2 of them on the DVD, so you'll have to probably wait till next year. I got to do Die Hard. That I'm doing soon. We have the tools. We have the talent. Yes, you do. Talent that cannot be replaced. Ha! That's all I'm going to say about the remake. I'm sick of it. Yep, here comes the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. The most iconic villain at the very end of the movie. And he's the cutest thing ever, too. Creatures. Those are the Gozerian goals of the the travelers. Choose and perish. What do you mean choose? We don't understand.
Choose the form of the destructor.
Oh, like a Pokemon, you have to choose it.
Yes, I get it. Oh, very cute. Whatever we think of. If I think of J. Edgar Hoover, J. Edgar Hoover will appear and destroy us.
That would have been hilarious, but no.
Don't think of anything. We've only got one shot at this. The choice is made.
Oh, Facebook is down. Yeah, somebody.
The traveler
I just got a notification.
Nobody choose anything.
Facebook is down alongside.
No. You. I didn't choose anything.
Yeah, Facebook is down right now. That's why it crashed. That's okay. I'm not going on Facebook anyway. And so is Instagram. It's probably because of freaking, the weather. YouTube is working just fine though. What?
What?
I just got a notification.
I tried to think. No! It can't be. What is it? It can't be.
What did you do, Ray?
Oh, shit.
There he is, that cute little smile.
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yep, there it is. People were clapping in the theater. Why? Because it's recognizable. And they try to do it again, but no, it didn't work. Look at that smile. The cutest mascot I've ever seen for Ghostbusters. When you think Ghostbusters, think the symbol, the car, the guys, and that Marshmallow Man. Look at that face. He's cute as a button. The size of a kaiju, but I'm back. My phone died because I'm an idiot. No, Facebook is down. So if you don't see me in the inbox, it's because Instagram and Facebook got shut down for a second. Let me see why.
Nice thinking, right? We used to roast Stay Puft marshmallows by the fire at Camp Wakanda.
Cap Wakanda. Wakanda forever. Yes. Cap Wakanda. It's spelled differently though. Yeah, me too. Let me see what happened to Facebook. Facebook and Instagram down. Let me see. Facebook is down along with Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Oculus. Let me see why. Let me just look why. The Verge. Just as Facebook was defending the company over Whistler's accusations, handling the research, suggesting Instagram is harmful to teens, the company's entire network went offline. On Twitter, Facebook communications were about saying people are having trouble accessing their apps. Thank God I posted stuff on Facebook before this happened.
This Mr. Stay Puft is okay. He's a sailor. He's in New York. We get this guy late. We won't have any trouble.
At least YouTube is working just fine. I'll be done with this podcast soon.
I have a radical idea. The door swings both ways. We could reverse the particle flow through the gate.
How?
We'll cross the streams.
Excuse me, Egon. You said crossing the streams was the
I read up on it.
Streams.
You're going to endanger us. You're going to endanger our client.
Nicely.
Are you keeping it up?
Advance
What?
before she became a dog.
Are you deleting your stream from a few days ago? Why?
Very slim chance we'll survive.
Why would I delete that? I don't delete my live streams unless I get a copyright infringement, but I didn't.
I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. Let's do it.
Job is definitely not worth $11,500 a year.
I'll just try Facebook later. Yeah, they roast them. Yep. See you on the other side, Ray.
Nice working with you, Dr. Beckman.
Yep, look at those. Dun, 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 dun. I won't be able to share this on Facebook, so you just have to find me on YouTube. Oh no! Fire! Yep, they blow it up. Yep, that's the end of the Marshmallow Man, but you remember him for those few minutes. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Yeah, Facebook is down. That's why I wasn't able to post anything. That'll get back on either in a few hours or later tonight. If it doesn't, we'll have tomorrow. So Instagram, teens should not be on Instagram in the first place. Unless you're 18, you shouldn't be on Instagram posting fresh pictures when you're 14. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't do that. Just saying. I'm keeping my pictures on my phone just in case. We'll see what happens. Yep, the dogs are fried. That's shaving cream. That's not really. Hey, John, what's up? How was your weekend? It was okay. I still love the original. I like Ghostbusters too. I also love the video game. Yeah, that's the real third movie. You made it just in time. The movie's almost over.
Spangler! 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 Oh, Spangler. Oh, are you okay?
I feel like the floor of the taxi cab.
Alright. Oh, thank God.
Vigman only got was a little flake on his hair.
You okay?
I'm all right.
You alright? Alright, you alright? Yeah. You okay? Fine.
Still better than the remake. I know, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna just say that.
Oh, it smells like barbecue dog hair. Oh, Venkman. Oh, Venkman, I'm sorry.
He's sorry.
I'm sorry. I just forgot.
That's all shaving cream. See, but she pops out of there, out of the arm. That was just a shell. Because if Dana died, that would have been depressing. I've been like, oh, Vigman's all alone. Are you going to do a commentary for Ghostbusters 2? Yes. Not right now, though. I'm going to wait till like December. Before New Year's, if I can. Or New Year's Eve. Because I want to do something for you guys. I'm not deleting any commentaries. Unless they tell me to take it down, I'm not going to do it. Somebody turn on the lights.
Go check on that little guy.
That little guy.
What happened?
You're right.
Boy, the superintendent's gonna be pissed. Are you okay? Who are you guys?
Yo, hey, what's up, Joshua?
Ghostbusters.
Perfect for Halloween and perfect for my birthday gifts. Yeah, good for you, Electric Dino, not
Mr.
75.
Tax? You know, Mr. Tully, you are a most fortunate individual.
I know.
You have been a participant in the biggest interdimensional crossrip since the Tunguska Blast of 1909. So great.
I'd like to get a sample of your brain tissue.
Okay.
And there we go, guys. That was Ghostbusters 1984. Yes, sir. And we got to the end credits. An hour and 39 minutes. See? Not 2 hours. Ivan Reitman, man. There's nobody like him, man. He's like the Taika Waititi of the 80s. Written by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis. If your actors write it, it could be a lot better. Some of the writing is not for me, but that's just, the jokes are really funny. There he is. Yep, Dan Aykroyd, the brainchild of this movie. Sigourney Weaver, yeah, she's always great. Alien, there he is, Harold Ramis. Rest in peace. We miss you, Harold. We miss you a lot. So much. There's Rick Moranis. Got a huge ovation when I saw this in the theater. John, I need to short my users and saying, yeah. Just put John Williamson is cool. You don't need the Mom, my name is Bob. Yeah, your name's not Bob, so don't put it. Just shorten it for the next podcast. This podcast came out pretty well. There was one time that it was a little unstable, but at least I was able to finish. Okay, that's it. I can mute it for a second. I don't want to. This is just when they're saying goodbye. This movie's a classic, man. I love this movie so much. There is a reason it still holds up 37 years later. Afterlife is going to be directed by Jason Reitman. So, hey, it's not Paul Feig. So we're in better hands. And it's not Kathleen Kennedy. You have... Look at the t-shirts. Yes, sir. I had that t-shirt. I had a Ghostbusters t-shirt a few years ago. Bustin' makes me feel good. Yeah, it does. They could put that music at the end of the third movie in Afterlife and I'll be happy. But I don't want everything to be nostalgia. Let it have its own story and its own identity. And screw the 2016 movie. Up its ass. Oh, I love this movie. Okay, that's it. No copyright infringements from me. So that was Ghostbusters, guys. There's nothing like it in all of cinema. It's the original and it will live forever, man. And there's a reason that people remember this movie and forgot what happened 5 years ago. And that other bad video game that came out in 2016 or 2017. The movie holds up. It's still a fantastic movie, and it will never be forgotten. And look at the disc. It looks just like the symbol. Look at that. Amazing. Well, thanks for watching, guys. 36 letters and username Bob is too long. Yeah, it is. But see you guys in the next one. Hope to see you soon. Hopefully Facebook is back online later. But thanks for watching. See you in the next one. There we go.